if I'm going to do something, I've always put 100% into it, whether it be basketball, truck driving or being a bikie.
A friend of mine started tattooing in Adelaide when we were about 18 years old, and he was tattooing on Holly Street, and he just moved up to Alice Springs and was tattooing for a couple of blokes from the Finks.
He got involved in the club, and then from there I got introduced to the club down here in Adelaide.
But I did hang around a club for about 6 months.
Something new, something exciting. The way my brother painted it was all fun and games, and I thought, why not?
As an independent contractor, essentially, if someone needed something done, then I'd go and do it.
They'd have me, one of the members would ring me up, be down the clubhouse, just come down here and serve me drinks. And I'd go down and serve him, and he'd go to sleep. And I'd say, oh, can I go home? Nah, just sit here.
Still good day for me would be get up and you catch up with your mates, go out drinking, fight, and there was never ever issue with girls.
It's hard for partners in the club. Most guys that join who have a partner don't have that partner by the time they get their colours. And there were times that I'd just disappear for a week or whatever and ring her up. I'm in Queensland having a party, right? And she wouldn't know where I was or whatever. But in my eyes, it's not my problem.
I like the excitement of it. I like the parties. I like the doing certain things. There was a large amount of sort of power.
You're partying 3-4 days a week and recovering the other 2 or 3. But it was also, in that it's a violent world.
Because we were young and having a bit of fun, always going to the pub, getting in fights.
There's always some idiot that wants to take on the biggest bloke in the pub, or there's always some smart ass that wants to sit there and stare at blokes wearing club t-shirts and that.
But we mix that with being trained to be violent in the army, being a violent person as well. Throw some ice and some alcohol in, got a nice cocktail for a violent person.
Some of the bashes were quite horrific, and there were times where I thought, if I don't hear it in the morning or don't get the police knocking on the door saying that you had killed someone.
Unfortunately, in that lifestyle, you're having fun is usually at the expense of someone else. We didn't see violence as a bad thing. It was part of our world. And
obviously violence is a currency in the criminal world. So
basically you want to do whatever you were asked to do to prove that you were worthy of being in that club.
I got nommed up pretty quick. I was involved in the incident up in Queensland they called the Ballroom Blitz, with a shootout between the Hells Angels and the Finks up there. I'd only been knocking around officially for a few months.
Being an infantry soldier and armed robberies, they're very closely linked. I was able to source firearms and use them in robberies. Everyone has a goal to be the most successful criminal when they're a criminal. I just wanted to be the best bikie I could, so I put my hand up for a lot of jobs.
I did whatever was asked of me, basically.
It would become a sort of an entrepreneurial thing where you'd link up with a different group and go and commit crime together. And I guess the nature of those criminal groups would determine your behaviour as well.
But a member who you were trying to prove yourself to would just say, "Come, we've got to do something now." And
whatever I was doing out of loyalty and respect.
You'd take them on somewhere and they'd go white with what was happening, and they didn't have a stomach for it.
If you're a club member and you step out the line, you might find yourself at the end of a kicking. And
I earned my colours, I suppose you could say, by working hard. Yeah.
I accepted that getting hurt or even killed or prison, I looked at it as an occupational hazard, but that's it.